What's up everyone, Darcblade here, returning with my treasure hunter series for Uncharted 4, where we go over the various collectibles, including treasures, conversations, journal entries and journal notes. These are all the optional ones as well. So we're starting off with chapter 10, the 12 towers. This is a fairly long, substantial chapter that has a lot of treasures and collectibles within them. So we'll start off with treasure number 33, which is located at a ruined house up some stairs. That will be on the left as you drive your 4x4 on the story path. Simply exit the vehicle, make your way over there, climb the building, and you'll find treasure number 33, which is a Suasa Ware tobacco box.
I prefer talking to clients face to face. Get a good read on them.
Now, treasure number 34 is, after you've dropped down from treasure number 33, progress along the riverside. Keep going forward and through the waterfall. At the back of the waterfall, in a fairly large cave, you'll find treasure number 34. It's located over where some boxes are in the corner. However, you can't really access them yet. What you have to do is you have to use the grappling hook to pull down a movable, a pushable block. Once it's fallen, drag, push or pull it over to the area you see me doing in the video. This will give you a bit of leverage, a bit more height, so you're able to get up to where the collectible is. Once you've jumped up there, you'll see it on a barrel to your right. Treasure 34 is an eroded flintlock pistol. Now while you're up here as well, don't forget to head over to the desk. Here will be optional journal note number 3. So don't forget to pick that up before leaving and heading back out of the waterfall. Once you're back on the road, continue along the story path. You'll eventually run across this tower and a slippery slope where the 4x4 cannot get up here. This normally requires you to use the winch on the 4x4 to get up here, but instead of proceeding to that, head into the tower instead. On the floor, you'll have a chat with Sam as you unlock journal entry number 5.
Sam, look.
That's Christopher Condon's sigil. Is captain of the Fiery Dragon, operated out of Madagascar around Avery's time. So maybe Avery recruits pirate captains to what, be his lookouts? That don't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Well, maybe each captain was responsible for a tower, along with providing the men for it. Whatever the case, this certainly isn't our final stop on our tour.
Once you're done talking to Sam about the journal entry, put your book away and start climbing your way up the tower. There are multiple handholds you can use to get to the top of the tower. But anyway, once you get up to the next level, on a box in the middle should be treasure number 35, which is a Makor ivory powder flask. Once you pick that up, moving on to treasure number 36. As you progress along the story path, if you're going for Karen number 9, there will be a ruined house ahead of you. In here will be treasure number 36, which is a parchment scroll. After which, continue along the muddy road until you get to a pond. On your right, you'll notice a little triangle gap in the rocks. Head through these and you'll find treasure number 37, which is an ancient fertility idol. Next, moving on to journal entry number 6. In your first encounter with Shoreline, once you've defeated all of them, you'll notice that there is a dynamite plunger. Interact with this and it will blow open the door in the center of this encounter. Inside will be journal entry number 6, which is on the floor.
Look, another sigil.
Huh. Adam Baldridge. He ran Kings Bay for a while. He was a trader, slaver, general scoundrel.
Look at you.
Yeah. Prison. A lot of books.
Now moving on to treasure 38. After the encounter with Shoreline, make your way on the story path. You'll eventually notice a ruined building on your right as you drive past. Climb up this building and you'll find treasure number 38, which is a pocket celestial map. Next, moving on to journal number 4. After the ruined house, drop down into the next area. This time though, drive the 4x4 to your right until you reach another ruined house, but there will be a well. You're able to drop down this well. There will be 2 collectibles down here. First is a journal note, the other is a treasure. However, before jumping down, make sure you grab the winch on the 4x4, pull it down with you, and tie it to this rickety wooden beam. You'll need this for the later treasure collectible. Once it's tied around, the Jeep will reverse and you'll have a new platform to use. But anyway, before heading over there, head back over to the corner where there are some turned over desks and you'll find journal note number 4 on the floor next to a corpse.
Damn, these pirates weren't messing around.
After you picked up the journal note, it's time to grab treasure 39. So using the beam that has been pulled down by the 4x4, jump on it and you'll see some handholds ahead of you. Now don't do what I do here and fall off. If you do, then it's not too much to worry about. You just land in some water, get a bit wet and try again. But anyway, if you do it right, you jump onto these handholds, climb up, and you should be able to reach treasure 39, which is a pewter letter cylinder.
Okay, what do we have here?
Next is treasure 40. Getting back on the road from the dried out well, continue on your way until you can see a sort of fort-esque building in the distance. Drive up to it. Now, there are no real ways of getting into this fort, but you can use the 4x4 to jump on top of it. So position the vehicle correctly, jump on its bonnet, and then you should be able to reach the top of the building. Once you're up top, you will notice that there are some TNT barrels next to some rather conspicuous wooden planks. Shoot these out with your weapon, and you should be able to jump down into the fort. Down here, as you progress through the building, you should eventually come across treasure number 40, which is an English ale bottle. Next, moving on to treasure 41. Now this one's a little bit tricky. You'll eventually come across the tree you see in this video here as you progress along the story path. This tree actually represents a crossroads. So instead of proceeding as you normally would, go up to the tree's left. Up here will be one of the cairns, which is related to a separate trophy, but there will also be a ruined building. Inside this ruined building will be treasure number 41, which is a Mughal box. It's found in one of the house's corners.
Whoa!
Afterwards, drive back down the way you came. Once you see a dirt path, you'll know you're back on the road. Now what I'm doing here is quickly driving off, showing where one of the cairns is for reference. I believe it was cairn number 12. After which, go back to the dirt path and drive up around some more rocks. You'll eventually come across yet another encounter with Shoreline. So take all the soldiers out, either by stealth or with guns ablazing. It's up to you, it doesn't really matter too much in this case. You need to be careful when going for treasure 42 and 43, as if you progress along the story too far without going to the higher and lower outposts, then there's a chance you won't be able to get back to them. So make sure you pick them up before progressing to the signal tower. Once all the guards are dead, like with the previous encounter with the shoreline area, find the TNT plunger and use it. This will blow open a hidden area in the rocks. And inside here will be treasure number 42, which is an antique tea tin. After which, go back out the way you came. If you can remember where I pointed out where cairn number 12 is, from there, head over the northeast. It's a little bit tricky to describe where it is, but look for an opening in some rocks. In here will be another encounter with more shoreline enemies. After you take them all out, you will see again there's some TNT placed next to some wooden planks.
Check it out.
Shoot these out
Maybe there's something
and
down
there will be a new area revealed to you underneath. Jump down here and you'll be able to grab treasure number 43, which is an English musket bandolier. After which, get back in the 4x4 and follow the story
out,
path
boys.
onwards until you
What is
reach
it?
the signal tower. Here, you'll have your 2 optional conversations. One of them is with Sam.
I'll let you look at this.
Quite the view.
Just keep waiting to wake up and find myself in solitary or something. It's all some kind of dream.
Sam,
No guilt trip. I'm just... Let's go find this thing.
you bet.
And the second one is with Sully.
So, how are you doing?
Yeah, still in one piece.
I appreciate you coming along for the ride. And especially for negotiating with that rental guy.
No problem. Hell, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't enjoying myself.
Me too.
After you spoke to Sam and Sully, move back out and look at the signal tower. You can actually do this before the conversation. But anyway, look at it. You should have a prompt to jot down journal entry number 7 in your journal. After which, we're going to go for treasure number 44, which is actually located at the top of the signal tower. So just find the handholds until you can reach the top and collect the treasure, which is a Scottish 2p coin.
To keep people out.
Now moving on to journal entry number 8. Once you've reached the drawbridge encounter, you'll see there's another tower. Get out the 4x4, approach it, and you'll have journal entry number 8.
Another sigil.
So, do you recognize this one?
I do, actually. Anne Bonny.
Hmm?
Operated out of the Caribbean. Thought she died in jail.
At least that's what the stories tell us.
Right.
Avery must have invited her too.
As you approach the final tower, you'll have the option to grab treasure number 45. When moving up the stairs towards the tower, instead of continuing all the way, head over to the area to your left. Past another building, you'll see some crates and barrels. Here will be treasure number 45, which is a Scottish snuff maul. After which, as you progress through the story, you'll get to an area where a stairs leads down to a map room. In here will be your final treasures. First is treasure 46, which is located in some barrels to your right as you enter this room. So shoot them out to reveal the treasure, which will be a muff pistol. After which, move around the room to your left, and quite hidden behind some crates will be treasure number 47, which is a brass and ivory tankard. So there we have it. That's all the collectibles for this chapter. As you can see, it was a fairly long and drawn out chapter, and thus I was only able to cover this one chapter in this video. But anyway, I hope this video helps in some way, and until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing you another episode in my Uncharted 4 Treasure Hunter Guide. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.